So today I wanted to talk a little bit more about Jared Leto's Joker. And the question is, was Jared Leto's Joker redeemed in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Uh, I absolutely believe he was. Now, is he the best Joker that's ever existed? No. Was it the best Joker interaction between Joker and the Batman that's ever existed? Probably not. But that 2 minute clip that he was in Zack Snyder's Justice League like made me so excited to see the Joker and see Batman, and made me want to see more so badly. So yeah, I really loved Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, his version of the Joker in Suicide Squad was an absolute mess. I was initially really excited when I saw the first photos of him, even though a lot of people were critical, saying, oh, look how stupid his tattoos were. I thought, okay, this is going to be something different, and Jared Leto is an Academy Award-winning actor, and I was doing that whole thing where people were like, well, people said Heath Ledger wouldn't do a good job either, but he's the best Joker there is, and so I was giving Jared Leto that same treatment there. Yeah, that version of the Joker was a huge misfire by the director and the writers and WB Studios. It's possible that his Joker would have been much more well received if David Ayer was allowed to release his version. He's hinted that Jared Leto's Joker is significantly better, and that they left a lot of his best moments on the cutting room floor. That's possible, but yeah, there were, however, some moments in Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker in Suicide Squad that really made me think, like, oh man, he could be a really great Joker. Like the one scene that really stood out to me in Suicide Squad was when they're all waiting for the helicarrier to show up to take them out of the city, and then it starts spinning around. They're like, wait, who is that? What's going on? And then like one of Joker's goons has this big minigun and he starts shooting at everybody, and they're all ducking behind. And then Jared Leto, wearing this like super fancy schmancy tuxedo with his, in full makeup and his green hair slicked back, and he's got this gold AK-47, and he's just laughing, just like, ah, and just shooting at all of them. And then he's like, whoa, like he's losing control of the gun and shooting around. And it looked a lot like that scene in Home Alone when the guy's like, keep the change, you filthy animal. And so I got a huge kick out of that, and unfortunately, like, that spirit of the Joker wasn't found in the rest of the movie. And I was just like, man, if they had just like taken the spirit of the Joker from that scene and had put it in, used it in the rest of the film, like, that could have been a really special portrayal of the Joker. So the thing I really liked about Jared Leto's reintroduction of the Joker is that they threw all of that out. They threw out the tuxedo, they threw out the trendy haircut and the tattoos, and they make Jared Leto's Joker into a real monster look. It looked like a real monster. That's kind of similar to what they did with Heath Ledger's Joker. We had seen all these Jokers in the past with very pristine makeup and very nice suits and such, and then just to see this like super gnarled looking version of the Joker with uneven makeup just splattered on his face and hair that's unkempt, and it's not even like bright green, it's just kind of grizzly and nasty looking. Like that was really cool. And I got a similar feeling watching Jared Leto's Joker. Instead of that really effeminate looking lipstick that he had, he has this, looks like a blood splatter across his face. That it looks like he looks like a zombie that took a bite out of somebody's neck. And so he's just like got this really chilling undead look about him, and his face, instead of being kind of, I don't know, the Suicide Squad Joker, he didn't have white he didn't have like plastered white makeup on. It looked like he had just really, really pale skin. And this one, they just like plastered his face super white, and I just love, and his hair is super bright green, and it's long and disheveled, and I just love the contrast with the bright colors that they had going on there. And he's wearing these yellow gloves, and I don't know, he's just really colorful and really disturbing looking. No purple colors in there. I appreciated that. Something a little different. Instead, he's wearing a white, I don't know if it's a straight jacket or what, but then he's got a SWAT vest on, and I don't know, it just looks really cool. Yeah, and that interaction between him and Batman is just absolutely legendary in my opinion. Like, that'll go down as one of the greatest interactions between the two characters ever portrayed in film or television. They get into a pretty grisly conversation where Joker is trying to get underneath Batman's skin, and he's talking about how Yeah, he's mocking Batman for how he was able to kill his adopted son, which was, I don't know if it was Dick Grayson or Jason Todd, but yeah, he has that really chilling line where he says, he's like, all you have to do is tear this card in half, and I'll be happy to discuss with you at any point, in any way you'd like, why you sent a boy wonder to do a man's job. He has this like dead serious look on his face. I just love it how he just like vacillates back and forth between acting super corny and then just like going dead silent and looking so sinister. It was just such a good job. Now there was one thing that bugged me a little bit about Jared Leto's version of the Joker in the Snyder cut. The I could tell that there was a little bit of, whether it was conscious or subconscious, there was a little bit of Jim Carrey in there. and there was a little bit of Heath Ledger's Joker in there as well. You know, two lines in particular, that line where he's like, "Poor Lois, and how she suffered so." That sounded really Jim Carrey to me. That sounded like Jim Carrey's Riddler in Batman Forever, when he's like, "Please, you're as blind as a bat." What else? Oh yeah, and then there was that scene where he's like, "As usual, I'll be the bigger man." That sounded like Heath Ledger's Joker when he's driving the truck. He's like, "Ooh, I like this job. I like it." So yeah, I loved Jared Leto's unhinged portrayal of the Joker, but you could tell that there was a little bit of Heath Ledger's influence in there, which is fine. I just really thought that he excelled at the points where he made his Joker different. Like he spoke in a more normal he spoke in a more normal voice. What was the other line? Oh yeah, the other line in there when he's like, "You don't have the cahones to die yourself." I was like, yeah, that sounds like, yeah, that sounds straight up like a Heath Ledger impression. But yeah, if there was anything that would get me excited to see a Justice League 2 from Zack Snyder, it would be to see an extended Nightmare sequence. Like, I just think that that is such a compelling storyline, to see Batman team up with a lot of his old villains against an evil version of Superman who's turned evil because Lois Lane was killed. Like, oh man, that just sounds like such a cool storyline that I would want to see explored. I don't know if WB Studios has the cojones to to do it themselves. Yeah, so like I said, I have a lot of problems with Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League, but absolutely loved the way that he portrayed the Joker, and that, you know, the writing on that was absolutely incredible. So yeah, I think this Joker scene was one of the best Joker scenes in either television or film. And so yeah, thank you, Zack Snyder, for making my year. And yeah, if you disagree, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you later.